It's pretty funny how rude like random chatters think they can get because because I entertained what they had to say for a brief moment. Like that's so crazy how rude that guy got. Holy, that is so crazy. Have you considered going live with the Houthis? Do you think they would eat up your identity politics like the rest of these morally bankrupted rejects? What? Hey, have you considered going to live with the Houthis? Do you think they would eat up your identity politics? I like that you're hitting like numerous angles here. You're like, oh, you fucking dumbass. You love doing woke identity politics, but also part of being woke and doing identity politics is also loving the Houthis, which I hate. But also I like that they don't do identity politics. Like, you're so fucking confused, man. Where are you in the world, dude? Figure out your worldview first before coming at me like this, okay? Do you like the fact that Houthis don't do identity politics? Is that what it is? No, you love their violence, question mark? Don't you love the violence? You seemingly love the violence too. You're like, oh, I love when the American government blows them up. You know? No, you don't. Wait, you don't? Who do you think is a more violent force? A country that is on the edge of the Red Sea that is actively trying to thwart a much more powerful nation from committing a genocide against a population that they are the belligerent occupier of? Or the most powerful country on the planet that is literally punishing them with unlimited bombs for the crime of trying to do something about the other country that's doing a genocide? No. It's who is capable of more violence. What do you mean? Who do you think is more capable of violence? The fucking Houthis or the American military, dumbass? What are you talking about? Yes, in terms of morality, in terms of the morality here, the Houthis are absolutely, regardless of their domestic politics or whatever, the Houthis are absolutely on a higher moral playing field than the country doing a genocide and the country defending said genocide. That's it. Address the point that I'm making rather than pointing at how these guys are scary brown terrorists or whatever. Yeah, by attacking people that didn't attack them. This does not make any sense. A random fucking Palestinian baby did not attack Israel. Okay? And yet Israel is doing a genocide on a random Palestinian baby. You will never be able to comprehend what I'm talking about, I think. Do you believe Israel never brought race into this? You did? What? Okay. Listen to my words. Do you think Israel is doing a genocide or not? Do you think Israel is doing a live stream baby murder or not? Every day, every week. Israel is engaging in death, destruction, and carnage in the Gaza Strip. Yes or no? Will you deny reality or will you recognize it? Yeah, and so is Hamas. Okay, no. Don't do the so is Hamas bullshit, okay? Israel is doing multiple October 7s on a weekly basis to the entire Palestinian population as the belligerent occupier, which is completely fucking illegal. So, obvious liar rat, you got really fucking mad about some basic facts here. What are you talking about? 800 to 400, okay? 800 to 400. 1,200 total. 1,200 total. That's the number, the death toll of October 7. Israel kills 1,200 people with a much higher civilian per enemy combatant rate than Hamas ever did. This means that Israel is far, far, far greater of an evil than Hamas is. Right? So if you believe that Israel, if you recognize the truth that just say you hate the Jews, but I don't. You want me to lie to you so that you can feel more comfortable about your position. Because deep down inside, you understand that you're immoral, that your perspective is incorrect. So you have to fantasize about a thing that I don't believe to make it feel like that's the reason why I'm saying the things that I'm saying. Because if you recognize that we are both operating on the same moral playing field, then all of a sudden it becomes problematic for you to try and engage in this kind of silly ass defense of Israel while simultaneously maintaining the position that Israel is still doing bad things. Okay? Stay eyes on the prize. Stay locked in. So you recognize that Israel is committing a genocide. If you recognize that Israel is committing a genocide, then it's understandable that countries around the region should do something about that, right? To the best of their ability. Like during the Holocaust in Nazi Germany, when the Nazis were overtaking the entirety of Eastern Europe, for example, there were people that were also trying to cut off the supply lines of the Nazi military. Do you feel like those people were in the wrong? Do you feel like those people did not have any right to cut off supply lines to Nazi Germany? Or do you feel like that was an appropriate action to take? I personally think that that was an appropriate action to take. And that's precisely why I think that the Houthis trying to block shipping lanes into Israel to try and force some kind of economic penalty to the state of Israel that is currently doing a genocide to the Palestinian population is perfectly moral and perfectly just. This is the assessment. You either agree with that or you don't agree with that. Anything beyond the conversation, keep scrolling down. Why aren't you showing my messages? Because I don't give a shit about all of these other goalpost moving ass takes that you're trying to engage in. Super, super simple question that I asked you. Is 9/11 good? Of course not. Shut the fuck up. Now listen to what I have to say. If you want to have an honest conversation, I will have an honest conversation with you. But it doesn't seem like you want to have an honest conversation. That's why you're fucking vomiting out as many takes as you possibly can about other people now. Not even just about my takes or my perspective that you misunderstand, but now you're just trying to fucking blast as many random takes as you possibly can because you got that moment of attention. So listen to what I'm saying. If you recognize that Israel is committing a genocide, which it is, okay, then you have to understand that countries that are trying to stop Israel from continuing this genocide are actually on the right side of history. They're actually doing something that is moral. Stopping shipping into Israel or into the region to incur economic penalties to Israel, to force economic penalties on top of Israel for the crime of doing a genocide is perfectly valid and perfectly moral. This is precisely the reason why it is appropriate. It is appropriate for me to say what I say about the Ansar Allah movement. This is not about their domestic politics. This is not about like tribal affairs. This is not about the mistreatment of women or whatever the fuck. These are all completely irrelevant in this conversation. That's it. Do you agree with the resistance movements that tried to cut off supply lines into the Nazi military or not during the Holocaust? If you agree with that, then you agree with what the Houthis are doing. Wrong. Killing people is never moral. Don't act like you aren't doing the same thing. Yes, you are supporting them. Wait, what do you mean? Yes, I am. I am saying that. I'm saying why I'm supporting the actions that the Ansar Allah movement has taken in the Red Sea. Do you think that I'm hiding this? Do you think that this is a secret? It is a big part of my commentary on this process. Yes, I am. The idea that killing people is never moral is a silly take to make here. I agree with that as well. Killing people is never moral. Okay, so why act like I'm the only one changing the subject? Wait, what? Okay, well, I'm sorry. I think you're a little too stupid to have a conversation with. I've charitably tried to describe something to you, and I think you're too stupid to understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, especially considering that I'm not changing the subject. I'm staying on subject. The subject started off with the Houthis. I explained it to you. I explained my position on the matter, and I asked you what your worldview is in this process. That's it. Okay, you dense motherfucker. Some of you guys are so rude. It's pretty funny how rude, like, random chatters think they can get. Because I entertained what they had to say for a brief moment. Like, that's so crazy how rude that guy got. Am I wild? You called him stupid is fair game? No. Yeah, I called him stupid after he demonstrated his stupidity. He came in he came in with a bait post, right? He came in with a bait post. I still tried to walk him through the steps. I still tried to walk him through, what my worldview was in this process. And he refused. He wasn't interested in it at all. And instead, he turned around and kept vomiting out other fucking bad faith talking points. I still tried to get him to focus on the initial point of contention. He was insulting me from the start. I think I was pretty fair. You punch, you get to be punched back, man. Don't call him stupid and just close the chat and move on next time. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw what just took place. Am I crazy? Did I not? Did I not just experience what I experienced? Do you think it's appropriate for someone to come in here and be like, I bet you could, why don't you go live with the Houthis, dude? Fucking, why don't you go live with the Houthis? I bet they would hate your identity politics. Like, think about the politics of the person that you're defending in this process. I know some of you are also equally dense and you immediately engage in chatter's rights as takes, but like, just really reconsider what the politics of the person that you're defending are. Nah, he was stupid. I'm not disagreeing, but if someone calls me stupid, I'm not going to react nicely. Yeah, he did not come in initially. Think about this. I did not call him stupid off the jump. I said he was stupid after he was behaving in a stupid manner. I didn't start off with, oh, you're a dumb motherfucker. I start off, despite the fact that he was very clearly uncharitable, I started off by trying to walk him through the steps. Okay? Yes, I'm a human being, and at a certain point, I'm just going to call someone being stupid, a stupid person. Be more effective than using insults. Minus 1,000 aura. I think we've started off on the wrong foot on this Monday. I'm gonna bring us back on the appropriate trajectory now. He called you a terrorist. You called him dense. If I was you, I'd say many other things. I know. We already know. Do not perpetuate the rumors of... We need to perpetuate the rumors of JD Vance being demonic. Perpetuate the rumors? You mean the fucking truth, chatter? What rumors? JD Vance visited the Pope. The Pope immediately died after JD Vance visited him. I'm sorry. That's demonic. That's not a rumor at that point, okay? That's just what happened, what took place. You should take a week off too. So many people with nowhere to go. I will never take a week off unless I die. So... God damn, dude. Holy shit.